So last time we made that amazing Instant Pot lentil soup for your very first recipe for the Instant Pot mini forecourt. And now in the second of this series, we're going to make a rice dish, but not any old rice dish. We're going to make risotto. And if we've not met before, I'm Susan from Cooking and Calm. We're not sponsored by Instant Pot or anyone else. I buy all these Instant Pots with my own money. And here we're all about finding ways to eat well, save time, and keep it a bit calm in the kitchen, maybe even have a bit of fun. And cooking risotto in the Instant Pot will free up some time for you. Because guess what? We don't have to stand and stir. Super simple, and once you know how to make risotto, you'll be able to vary this up and impress all of your friends with very little effort. So let's do it. Okay, so we're going to start this dish by frying the sage leaves. So if you can get some fresh sage leaves, I really recommend it. Fresh herbs make all the difference to these simple dishes, but if you can't, you can live without them. Just put a little bit of something else that you fancy to flavour it up instead. So we'll turn our Instant Pot onto saute, just this button. And it's already on medium, and if you don't know how to change the medium, high, low, look at my last video for that and that will show you. Now we're going to wait for that Instant Pot to heat up and tell us it's ready to add the oil. Feel that starting to get hot. That's the beep telling us that the Instant Pot is ready for its saute. So we'll get our oil in. And we can push this oil a bit. The Instant Pot Mini's got that kind of concave pot at the bottom. So the best thing to do to be frying up these leaves is to place them around the outside where the oil is congregating. First one in. Ooh, immediately beautiful smell. So we're just laying those in. Gorgeous. And now there's no need to wash anything else. We're just going to add a little bit more oil to the pot and a little bit of butter, optional. It's really nice to have a little bit of butter in risotto. Don't worry about those little bits of sage, they're fine. Now we're going to add in our onions and just soften them a little bit. If I had them, I'd use shallots. I didn't, so I'm just using a white onion chopped up. And if you watch the channel, you might have seen this recipe before, but in a larger size. So what I've done today is I've halved it so that we're making 2 main course size portions, ideal for the Instant Pot mini forecourt. Then we'll add our garlic. I can't find my garlic press. So if this happens to you and your onions are going to get a bit overcooked, what you can do in the mini is just lift the pot a little bit. Just lift it off that heating element at the side while you delay the cooking for a little bit. And in my case, find my garlic press. I can't find it, so I'm just going to use a microplane grater. So back in with those onions. And then we're going to add in our risotto rice. This is our borio rice. And we're just going to kind of stir the rice around in that oil and butter. And then I'm going to add in my wine. And a little tip for you, or wait till that's calmed down. You wouldn't want to open a whole bottle of wine and waste it if you're just making a little 2-portion risotto like this. What I do is I freeze my wine in largish ice cubes. I've got them in kind of 1/4 cup portions, and that works perfectly so that you've always got a bit of wine ready for cooking. But if you don't use wine, I've used all kinds of things instead. I've used elderflower cordial, and I often use a bit of apple juice. So you can improvise. And that wine has soaked nicely into the rice now. So we are just going to add in our squash. And we're going to get our stock in now. I'm using 2 1/4 cups. That's about 450 mils. Now, normally with risotto you stir a little bit in at a time and then you stir, 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 add a bit more, stir, 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 and it takes quite a while. But with the Instant Pot, now that I've made sure no rice is stuck to the bottom, this is that deglaze step, we can just add the lot. Turn off that saute, add some black pepper, lid on, and we're going to cook this on pressure cook. Move those time buttons. Oh, that's no good. Down, use the down key. 6 minutes, start. And that is the main bit of the work done. Super easy, as I told you. And now you can go off and let your Instant Pot get to pressure, and then don't go too far because you want to be around when we get to the end of this. So I'm going to go off and clear up all the mess I've made, get the rest of the ingredients out to finish the dish so that we're ready to go once this pot has done its work. See you in a minute. And this is nearly at pressure already, so it's probably only taken 2 or 3 minutes with that hot stock in there. Not very long at all to get the thing going, and in a minute it's going to beep, get to pressure cooking and start counting down. There we go, the Instant Pot is now on pressure cook, cooking up that risotto, and it's going to start counting down from its 6 minutes. So let's make sure we've got everything ready to serve. I missed the quick release then on the filming, sorry. But anyway, I waited a minute and then did quick release, and then we've waited for that pin to drop, and here we are with our risotto. Not unusual at all to see it looking a bit runny at this stage in the Instant Pot. So let's just finish it off. I'm going to take my frozen peas, pop those in, and I'm just going to stir those in, and I'm just going to put on the glass lid if you've got one. So this is the Instant Pot glass lid, but any lid that fits will do. And this is the same lid that you use for the main size Instant Pot, same width. And I'm just going to put that on for ease so I can keep an eye on those peas. So the frozen peas are just going to cook really quickly in that residual heat. In fact, I'd taken them out of the freezer and had them just sitting on the side while the risotto was cooking. So really they're almost defrosted and we're just warming them through. Looking good. So to finish off, I'm just going to stir in my Parmesan cheese. Just gently fold that in. We'll do a check for any final seasoning. Oh, that's really good. So easy in the Instant Pot. And now I'm going to serve it up. Now we're going to finish with some of our crispy sage leaves. Doesn't that look gorgeous? And there'll be more videos coming soon on this amazing Instant Pot Mini. So please subscribe. And in the meantime, may your kitchen be calm and your food always be good.